Smoking hot coffee. Smoking hot coffee. Smoking hot coffee. Smoking hot coffee.
Hello, everybody. You're watching the Smoking Hot Coffee Show. My name is Amul. I'm from Los Angeles. This is the Internet Startup Show, where we talk about internet startups, marketing, design, and monetization. I'm joined with...
Hey guys, I'm Jeff Pelton, and I'm down here in San Diego.
All right,
Today
Jeff.
is Tuesday, March 26th.
It is Tuesday, and it's been about a week or so. I've been busy getting married and other things.
Congrats.
Thank you so much. The beard is from the wedding, and I decided to just leave it on. So you guys may notice my appearance looking further grizzly-like. I actually like this beard. You don't have to do any shaving, and I prefer that. So yeah, we're gonna try this out for a little while.
Cool.
So Jeff, what's in the news that we want to cover today?
Let's see. I think I sent you a link to Google Reader News. So that was the big hubbub while you were gone. I think last week, Google came out and told us that they're gonna shut down Google Reader, and we've really found out in a quick moment who's using Google Reader, because all the people that do use it kind of tweeted about it, and you can see kind of a roundup of some of the posts just from a tech meme search.
Yeah.
Things like the evolution of Google Reader started with a crash. Another reason Google Reader died: increased concerns about privacy and compliance, I guess.
Okay.
I didn't read all of these stories, but
It's quite a bit. We got TechCrunch here. We've got CNET.
A lot of opportunity for other people to jump in, I think, and fill the void.
Yeah.
There's some things just to get into the depth of it that are curious to me. To me, it feels like this is Google's job on the internet, is to scrape scrape the web, and RSS feeds are like the most technical form of like computer to computer data that we've come up with, kind of RSS and blogging, and it's really unfortunate to see the Googles just kind of dropping this without supplying us a substitute.
So,
right? I mean,
so Jeff,
Google Plus, nothing really does exactly this.
Jeff, I have to say, Jeff, nobody I know uses Google Readers. Nobody really that I know.
Okay.
Most people don't use
know me,
RSS.
right?
This is not consumers have not embraced this format. This is very sort of techie, geeky guys using RSS. Even I don't even use. I think I'm kind of geeky. I don't use RSS. I know you do. I think
Huge
I did
fan.
actually a long time ago. I did use Google Reader, but then for whatever reason I stopped. And so Jeff, just for those of us that don't know, why would one want to use a Google Reader, and why what's the advantage?
Well, first off, it does drive quite a bit of traffic. The problem, like you said, is it may have been stuck in this, only the early adopter internet tech-savvy people were using it, and maybe it never surpassed that evolution. There were certainly some usability problems to jumping in and making use of it, but you basically have to have an eye for these RSS icons that are the technical means by which you can subscribe to a blog or a website.
Okay.
So basically every newspaper... and it's the basis of a blog, it's the basis of podcasting, and the technology which that rests upon, the podcast that we're doing right now, is, fed out through an RSS stream. And so what something like an RSS reader does is it just aggregates all of your subscriptions. And that is handy because then you don't have to go out to 100 different places to get your news every day.
I got you.
They can be delivered to you. Not to mention that you don't know necessarily how often those websites get updated, right?
Gotcha.
They could update their site 12 times a day or once every 12 months.
Okay, well,
and
so in my opinion, one, it was kind of hard to find the Google Reader icon, or rather RSS Reader icon. That was the first issue. The second issue is you'd get sort of inundated by all this content from all these sites, and so you got the information overload issue. I know there's ways of filtering and all that, but honestly, I ended up just visiting a handful of sites, and I didn't really need an RSS reader for that. But I agree, it is a very cool technology. Google killing it, probably looked at their stats, probably realized nobody's really using it. Only geeky guys are using it. So let's just kill it. And so I hear what you're saying. It's their job. They scrape it. Google is a for-profit company. They probably had a couple engineers on this. Maybe they had 1 or 2 engineers. Maybe, who knows how much storage they were using for this.
Yeah, I doubt this is costing them. Like I said, I mean, they're already. This is what Google, the web crawler, does, right? Like, I don't think they're going to be like, oh, this little
Yeah, but
like.
but this
news
isn't
crawler.
a public utility, Jeff. This is, Google's a for-profit company. I mean, they got to make money. Maybe they weren't making any money on ads.
Yeah,
on the,
so I mean, obviously they weren't or aren't, or but I don't know why they didn't choose to put more ads on the reader, like they could have. And like I said, guys, again, it was early adopters, but guys like a popular jQuery developer, John Ressig, had tweeted that 3.5 he had 3.5 million visitors from Google Reader.
Okay.
Through his RSS.
Gotcha.
And so I mean, it's just it just seems like you're leaving a lot on the table,
Okay.
just walking away from it, in my opinion.
Okay.
There are a couple features about the reader that I love, which are the mark as read and the oversubscribing feature. I use it like as an inbox.
Okay.
So I know that's a totally different paradigm than what we're used to with like Twitter.com and Facebook feeds, where you just kind of dip your toe in the stream when you feel like it.
Okay.
But I personally had a different use case for it, and so I think it's interesting that we're kind of working this out and seeing that maybe not a lot of people used it that way. So
Okay. Well, I have to say,
driving people to the social streams.
subscribing to content is a really cool idea. Basically, this was a push technology, and or maybe it's pull. I don't know if that's the right word. But basically, you didn't have to go to the sites. The sites came to you in a way, sort of
Right.
like email delivery in a sense. So who knows what this is going to cause? I know Dig's considering creating an RSS reader now. I know Jeff, I noticed that you were thinking about working on one. What's going on with that, Jeff? Tell us more.
Well, yeah, just to briefly plug, if you guys want to try out my replacement, it's wefave.com, WEFAV.com. Just because I've got some software and it fits in perfectly here, and I just thought, hey, I'm gonna, be high and dry without Google Reader here in a month or two, so I may as well whip out my replacement now, sooner rather than later, right? I think
Okay.
that's what Dig was saying. They were like, oh, it was on our roadmap, we're just gonna bump it up now. So that's what I went ahead and did, and so giving it a shot, and it's there's a lot of technical aspects to it, and a lot of front end usability. I would love if anyone wants to get in here and try improving the application side of it.
Okay, well, I'm in it right now, Jeff, and I'm still waiting for it to load. I clicked on news.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot of content coming down the pike. I don't know.
There's certainly some front end caching and production mode I could put it into, but
Okay.
um,
Oh, there we go.
hopefully.
Okay, cool. So these are looks like these are all RSS feeds, and if I click on one, I guess I get a.
Yeah, right now what you're looking at is pretty much raw and uncut. So everyone that's registered's feeds are showing up on the left, and some of them aren't working and don't come in. But
Okay.
you can get an idea of the format. So
Oh,
if you
wow.
and it's one click with Google. So actually, of the few people that tried it out, someone in China tried it, and he had 500 feeds, and so it was
Oh,
quite
I
a pleasure
see.
to watch my server
Okay.
pound away at all these things, and so it's a little bit overloaded, and that's why you could see some of the Chinese feeds, I think, are Chinese Mandarin language or something
Yeah,
in
yeah,
there.
yeah.
But,
Oh, I see. Okay.
But if you can join with Google, in one click, it'll import all of your Google Reader.
Oh.
So if you're afraid of losing all of those subscriptions, at least you can just bring that over
To WeFave?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Or there's a lot of other sites, right? Feedly and the old Reader, and it's funny. People just kind of want to not lose this product. It's really a shame that
Okay.
they're getting rid of it. But yeah, I mean, for people just I have a personal pleasure in like owning these front end applications, and I've kind of recreated the features that I require the most, the mark as read and the favoriting.
Okay.
But I really look forward to tweaking it to do a lot more, right? Because that's one of the things people complain about is that Google Reader really just was stale and languished for quite a long time.
Okay.
This wasn't really a big surprise to anyone.
Okay.
That they were going to eventually shut it down because they basically had quit trying a long time ago.
Okay. Well, Jeff, very cool. I'm looking at it. It looks like I've got the loading working, infinite load kind of thing going on here.
Yeah, and if I didn't mention, this is open source, so definitely if this is interesting to any developers, take a peek.
All right, cool. So that's wefave.com, everybody. Check it out. Jeff's been nice enough to...
Didn't mean to do a quick plug on that, but I think that was a big news story last week.
Well, I wanted to plug Jeff's awesome
I appreciate it.
newsreader. So don't blame him, blame me. I'm promoting Jeff here. Jeff, WeFave.com. Let's hear it for WeFave.
All right, thanks. Yeah, I'll have to go upgrade the servers now.
All right, cool. All right, so yeah, I think that covers the news. Let's get into our startups. Really briefly, guys, you'll notice a few changes on SmokingHotCoffee.com. We went ahead and put in the latest cup video at the very top, so if you want to watch the show here, you can.
Yeah, we wanted to make it easy to find the show, right?
Yeah, and so we're putting that in there, and we're going to do a little bit of an about and a bunch of other things, but Jeff's still working on that, and yeah, he's busy writing our reader. So he's busy making sure his platforms kick ass. And so all these, of course, all these changes will be migrated into SmokingHotCoffee.com. So
yeah, I mean, actually, all of this is kind of sustained on the same platform, right? Bookmarking is kind of the basis for this, and grabbing the screenshots and everything. So there's a lot of technology going behind the scenes in the reader, where I'm going in and bookmarking, grabbing screenshots, probably doing more than I need to, but it's all this shared platform. And to remind everyone that Smoking Hot Coffee is also open source. I know we were cleaning up the homepage earlier, but I had a fork me button on there, and you can find this on GitHub. So for anyone that's interested.
For anyone that's interested, exactly. Yeah, the source is out there, so please have at it. All right, so with that, we'll go into our first startup here. This is Givit, video editing app for the iPad. Okay, let's check it out. Givit.com. That's a great name. Givit. I like it. Givit.com. All right, Jeff, here we go. The best video editing app for iOS. All right, and there's like a chick here with a surfboard, and looks like she's got a feed or something coming up. And then right next to that, we've got a column of videos that I can play with some profiles of people that have loaded it, and it's loading up more videos as I scroll down. Now you can easily edit videos, pick transitions, and add soundtracks right on your iPhone or iPad. Okay, then there's a featured profile of this woman here, Letitia Wolf, and she's got a there's a contest, I guess, and there's a video here, and there's some highlights. Why is Givit perfect for creating videos? Makes it simple for anyone to create compelling video content. Everything can be done right on the iPhone within minutes. Use unlimited clips, pick the best part, add sound effects, share privately with friends and family, with family and close friends, or post to YouTube and Twitter with just a few clicks. Okay, so Jeff, this is cool. My question to you, Jeff, is how is this better than iMovie or the built-in iPhone? I mean, it would have been nice to have shown some differentiation. Clearly, maybe they've got a lot of clips, and maybe they've got some special effects that iMovie doesn't have, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna assume. It also said they can lay in some audio tracks for you, so I don't know how much iMovie does for you there. I haven't messed with iMovie on my iPhone. Is it on the iPhone or just the iPad? Or
I think it's on the iPhone. It's not iMovie. It's just their video edit. I think it is. I don't know if
just
it's called
camera, or
it's just a part of the camera app. Yeah, you can just.
Yeah, I mean, so have you used anything like Camera Plus?
I have.
Mean, to me,
I have used Camera Plus. Yes.
I mean, or Instagram, right? I mean, I think this is just an evolution of photos. What those apps have done for photos that needs to now be done for video.
Right.
We've seen things like Twitter did Vine, which does sort of a video in a cutesy way where you can turn it into stop motion and other things. But really, I think what the photo sharing app showed us is adding that, just a couple layers, a little bit of creativity, being able to crop it or add a caption real quick. Adds a lot, makes it much more compelling, and it makes people more willing to share the photo.
I completely agree. Yeah.
I think and the point it appears of this app is that you can get that done on the mobile, right? Because if you have to go home, plug it in, it's gonna not as likely to happen. So I think this is great. I mean, it would be good to see more examples, but I kind of get the gist of what they're talking about. I think the examples are going to be in the video. Looks like they do actually have videos on the homepage, like you mentioned, the contest.
They do. I have to say though, Jeff, I would have liked to have seen some screenshots of this being used, and maybe possibly why this is better than the built-in video editing and all that. I'm sure there's some additional. Obviously, there's got to be some additional features. But I would have liked to have seen that. Clearly, adding additional functionality to a core function, such as taking photographs or video, is a great solves a lot of problems. Clearly, if it's if you're into that, then you probably want more features. And this was definitely a good way to bump up to the next level. So that's very cool. So I'm not sure if they're. It says get the app free, so I'm not sure if this is one of those in-app type situations. Enter your phone.
Yeah,
Oh.
I was gonna say. I mean, this is definitely an interesting space, and it's you know, the homepage screenshot showing a feed. It looks like they could have some viral growth, right? How do you get people to download and use this? What if you're not one of those people that's looking for more features? Like
Here we go.
the camera app. I'm like, hey, the camera app is the camera app, right? Like, why would I need another app to
Yeah.
to be to do this?
Exactly. What's the difference? And so now I'm seeing.
But
some
if I see my friends using it, then I might understand.
So here we got some screenshots of the thing in play, and yeah, it looks like there's very simple functionality in here. I'm not really still clear as to how this is different or better, but there's some interesting there's some stuff here. All right, so we don't want to get too deeply into this.
Yeah, I'm gonna start rating this. What
Yeah.
do you think about the design?
I think the design is okay. I'd give it a 2.
Yeah, I think. Okay, I think I'm gonna give it
I
a
feel
3.
like
It was-
they're covering the video stream, and I'd be more interested in seeing the screenshots. I'm more interested in seeing the UI and how that's different. So I'm still not seeing that in originality. I give it a 2. Survival, I'd probably give it I don't know, maybe a 3. Marketing, 2. I don't really see a lot of brand partners. I'm not really seeing any sort of. Well, actually, they did have some tech news press down at the bottom. They had some logos down there, so they're getting some press. I'd like to see more of that. So there we go. How is this different? Yeah, how is this different from the built-in? That's what I'm looking forward to seeing. But I wish these guys luck. I'd love to see them evolving this this download page, and yeah. All right, so let's move on. Our next one is My Eat Box. Unless you have anything else to add, Jeff.
No, I was just typing in my little 2 cents. I think it's great. Looking forward to see it in my feed. I think giving people more creative tools at their fingertips, and especially in mobile on the go, is kind of an untouched space.
Yeah, I agree. And there's a ton of cool things you can do with video. Some really creative stuff. If they just added a whole bunch of weird, funky filters and weird ways of curating the videotaping experience. Maybe for events.
I mean, and that'd be something I'd pay 99 cents for
Yeah.
a filter if it was cool enough.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
probably
So,
an easy way to make money eventually.
yeah, I completely agree. So there's a lot of potential for this. All right, so here we are at myeatbox.com. Share food, share life. Whether you use Eatbox to show off your culinary prowess, document your diet, or chronicle delicious meals you've had with your friends and family and friends, we hope you enjoy the journey on which you're about to embark. Like no other website, Eatbox will transform the way you look at food. From the smallest snack to the biggest buffet. Share food, share life. All right, that's cool. It's a foodie site, so basically...
so I've got a little sweet spot in my stomach for this site. So I know it's not real beautiful homepage, but
No.
I think it's a useful product.
yeah. So here's the problem, Jeff. Whenever you use user-generated photography, you always run into sort of like just amateur hour. Obviously this is user-generated, so you're not going to get the best
Reload
lighting.
the homepage while
You're not going to get the best lighting. You're not going to get the best angle, the best crop, and so you kind of, especially if this is a landing page, you want to excite people. You kind of want to curate that. So I'm refreshing, and it's taking a long time for it to refresh.
No, it
Jeff.
looks like it lagged out. Yeah, I was just going to show. It looks like they're using a random photo on the homepage. Well, let's just dive right in. If you click on the random Eatbox button at the top, I think
Okay.
it'll take you to a random page.
All right. Well, unfortunately, their site. Okay, there we go. I think it's coming now.
But yeah, this is something you always do try to mention, which is seeding the content with beautiful, enticing.
Yeah, compelling. It doesn't
Content.
have to be beautiful. It could be really ugly. If ugly is compelling, then do
Okay,
that.
yeah.
So here's another shot that is not very compelling in my opinion. Like I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this weird shadow highlight. I don't know what's going on here.
Well, again, yeah, these are people taking photos of their food with their, iPhones and stuff. But if you
And it's also really slow. All right, so I get it. This is This is basically a social network for people that's around food. It's a very cool idea. I've seen this done several times. I'd love to see how this service could grow. I'm not sure how they're making money. What are they planning on doing? And how do they have 20 or 30 different, seed people that are, part of the company or have stock or whatever, so that they're having really good content and people, the whole onboarding. That's always the biggest problem when you're trying to build a social network is you got to have people interacting, and you got to, every time a new person comes on, you got to say hello, and you got to pretend to be their friend or whatever. You got to be friendly, right? And I don't know if I'm seeing that right now. The site's coming up really slow, so there's some issues.
Yeah, it sure is. Maybe it got some popularity last week. I forget where I found it, but although it's not super well designed or off the front, but I thought the product was fairly useful. Once I'm clicking on the random eat box over here, you basically get a Pinterest layout of food photos.
All right, there we go.
And I just think that a long-running discussion you and I have had is the simple ability for us to use to capture data and all these sensors that we have around us all the time. So I think for some of the purposes they've said on the homepage, like if you want to lose weight or just kind of learn about your health or just documenting this stuff, right? Like it's so easy to just whip out your phone and take a photo.
I completely agree.
Real quick.
So
I think it's an interesting approach to just stapling this Pinterest view onto diet/nutrition.
I agree. So now that I'm seeing this sort of Pinterest view, this is looking a lot better because it's user-generated content. Because there's a lot of it, it sort of helps normalize the look. Because if it's just the one, and you focus on just the one, it kind of looks. And especially if it's not a great-looking image, it really brings the whole site down. But now that we're seeing a whole bunch of okay-looking images, it's okay because the variety is more interesting than the quality of each image, because you're seeing such a large variety of photography.
Yeah, there's really a lot of interesting-looking things on there. We've got everything from Rice Krispie treats to, a lot of cereal, some salads, and pizza and some fried mess.
Yeah. This part is pretty cool. I'm really not digging their color scheme here. The greens and the blues and the yellows.
The breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack.
None of them are really complementary, and if they are complementary, the hues, the saturations aren't correct. So I do think that they need to bring on a designer to fix that. But it's a cool idea. I like the layout. It's very cool. I can filter. Looks like if I click on lunch, it'll just show me lunch. That's really cool. I dig that. I think it's a really cool idea. Now that I'm seeing it in this manner, I can totally see it probably growing if they could just show this quickly. Unfortunately, the site came up really slow for me.
It is going slow for me still too. But again, it always depends on if they can get people to share it, right? If people are proud enough of their food, the foodies who want other people to see these photos. It seems like a perfect way to get that viral loop, right?
So one of the things that everybody eats. Right, everybody eats, right?
Exactly.
So everybody eats. That's easy, right? Oh wow, check this out. So they've got some ads here. Wow, this is cool. All right.
Okay, are those ads?
All right, I dig this. This part I like. I like the fact.
Found the money.
Yeah, I found the money. So they basically looks like they've integrated this. There's a site called I think it's called Outbrain. I think what they do is they serve content from around the web. I think that's what they're using here. But either way, it doesn't matter. I like the fact that they're serving up some ads. I like the fact that, I could see some photos, but it's really slow. All right, so first they've got to fix this. They've got to get this on Amazon. They've got to get away from their own homebrew server. I don't know what the hell they're using. Because they're not serving up any content. But yeah, they've got some seed content here, which is good. They've got to fix their color scheme. They've got to fix the design a little bit. They are serving up some ads. I don't know how easy it is for me to sign up. I don't see any sign up buttons anywhere. I'm not seeing any. Okay, here we go. Here's the panel. Still waiting. All right, well, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I went ahead and rated those 3 across the board. I can't give them anything. Maybe the design doesn't deserve a 3, maybe only a 2.
I give these guys a 2 for design.
Because there's really, there's not
2
much
for
there.
originality.
But I think
survival.
I give them a 2. I think it's a unique idea.
I give them a 2 for. Yeah, you know what?
If they can clean up, the UI just a little bit, and if they can speed up the site just enough so it's not like prohibitive. For people to share, get the word out there. They really just need to foster this community, and I think it'll grow.
Yeah, so it's still super slow for me. All right, so I gave it a 2 for survival and marketing simply because the site is so slow. You can't. This is not usable. Their homepage blows as well. They need to get rid of that, and they need to make to stream the homepage. Design originality, same thing. I've seen a couple of variations of the Pinterest for foodies, so I've seen that before. In design, I give it a 2. So yeah, so I'd say it's a mediocre start. I can't even spell mediocre. I'd say it's an okay start. How about that? Okay start. MyEatBox, get on AWS. There we go. AWS is your friend. And listen, we know how it is, Jeff, right? There's only so many hours a day. You can't work on everything. So as a startup, you're resource constrained. So you've got the bare minimum. The design and all these other things still need to be worked on. But if you can't get the speed going, you're going to kill whatever attraction you're going to get. So
yeah, I mean, I think they've got a good. I think they've got a good thing going. Just make sure that before they add any new features or anything else crazy, make what they have works a little bit more better.
Yeah, I completely agree. All right, so with that, I think that ends our show. I wanted to quickly cover our dashboard, our traction.
Oh, yeah, we forgot to talk about our stats.
Yeah, our stats. We're supposed to do this once every week, and I've been out for a week or so. So, yeah, here we are, Jeff. Here's our dashboard. We're at 858 views, so we're almost at 1,000 views. We've added another subscriber, so that's nice. Cool. Clearly, we're not doing any sort of promotion. We're not doing any sort of really pushing and you adding it to your Facebook. I haven't even done that. So just by sheer organic keywords, we're getting almost 1,000 views. So that's a good start, right, Jeff?
Yeah, I don't think it's terrible. I've definitely been watching the analytics and trying to get an eye on it. We've got some viewers out there who are definitely going through the library. We just could use everyone's support and sharing, telling the word. Share the show with your friends, your colleagues, other people in the industry that might be interested, and let us know what you guys want to hear about, what we should be talking about that is interesting to you guys, so that we can keep it going.
Well, one of the things that's interesting to me specifically is the analytics. So let's quickly look at the analytics, and let's look at audience retention. One of the things that we decided, is we're going to cut the number of minutes down, although we're probably way over today, to 10 minutes, or at least half the amount we were normally doing.
We've been doing about 25 minutes.
25 minutes, would you say? Is that
20? Yeah, 20 to 25 is what we've been doing for the past couple weeks.
So correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff, but our average percentage views seems to be going up. Am I wrong, or is this what it always was?
Yeah, no, those look to be higher.
Yeah, they do look to be
for
higher.
The later episodes.
Yeah.
It's hard to. Yeah, it does sound.
It does look to be higher, because I remember that a lot of them were falling off in the first 5 minutes. And if that's 20%, 29,
again,
27...
It's hard for me to measure. I mean, this average view duration is going up. You could see we had that huge spike there.
Yeah.
We had some people really get deep into the library. So I don't know how you measure averages, right? Because you're going to get some people that are going to come and watch 2 seconds, and then you're going to have other people that are going to come and watch, no matter how long it is, 20 minutes.
Right, yeah.
And so... I think we should always be striving to get them to watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure what the best way to measure that is, if it's percentage or duration, average duration.
I think that didn't you say that spike was related to somebody in Poland watching?
Yeah,
right?
I was trying to hone into the demographics, and yeah, I think we're so small right now. You can kind of target people through the analytics.
Individually,
segments,
right?
Yeah, you can kind of say, oh, look, it was, somebody,
Poland,
obviously we didn't have 100 people in Poland.
Right.
It was, you can count them basically.
Right.
And so, or wherever it was. And, yeah, I mean, we really owe it to those people, and hopefully they're the ones that help champion us forward and tell other people about us. And, we need more people like them.
I must say, though, Jeff, 30 days ago we were at 360, and now we're at almost 900. So we've added 500 views, so we've doubled, almost, double the view count, if not more. So so definitely things are moving up, and we've added 3 subscribers. So obviously we want these numbers to be in the thousands one day. We can hope, but this is it's just a start, right? So.
Yeah, I mean, we're just putting up all this stuff and seeing what you guys think of it. We're also putting it out through, so primarily we're uploading it to YouTube, but we're also doing a audio podcast format and trying to get it on all the different channels that is available. But I mean, for the past week or so, we haven't been producing any new content, and
Right.
it's been continuing on. But now that we're back, we'll see how many people, if these subscribers, all watch the video tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, that ends it for our show today. Thanks for watching, everybody, and please tell your friends and family about the show and your colleagues. And Jeff.
Yeah, it sounds great. Please subscribe to iTunes and all other channels that we have. You can find the subscribe link at the top right of our website, smokinghotcoffee.com.
All right, great. I'll catch you next time.
All right, see you guys online.